Guys, welcome to my channel, All Things Militia, where I discuss a lot about what's going on in the political world, but also topics that pertain to everyday life in general. As always, if you are a subscriber to my channel, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, if you see a video that you like, to give your girl a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below because I want to get your thoughts on what I'm discussing. Share the video, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. You can do all of those things. And don't forget to subscribe if you're interested. So I wanted to come out here again, you guys, and discuss this topic. I think I just did a video pertaining to this topic yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But I wanted to come back on and further elaborate. And this is regarding black liberals bashing black MAGA supporters. I've never seen the likes of so many black people that have come out targeting black celebrities, or attacking black celebrities for their political choice. You had Chili, who is a member of a popular group, TLC, who was found to be funding Trump, his campaign, and blacks came out targeting, came out bashing her. She's supposed to be going on tour. They are trying to cancel her, not buy her tickets, simply because she supported Trump. Okay, same thing with Nick Cannon, who's also an entertainer, who came out and stated that the Democrat Party was a party of the KKK, and how he, wasn't in support of them, and how he rocks with Trump. And then you had people trying to come out and bash him as well. So the same party that claims to be the party of pro-choice, but seemingly only when it comes to abortion, have issues with people's choice, or people's choices, I should say, that does not align with theirs. Let's go and listen to a little bit of the situation between Nick Cannon and Chili.
So they're trying to cancel Chili for supporting Donald Trump. They're trying to cancel Nick Cannon for telling the truth about the Democratic Party. Since when is it okay for society to say, because you are this skin color, you have to vote this way? There's something very wrong with that.
Exactly.
And now you got black people who are saying that people who don't support the Democratic Party, that don't follow the script that was written for black people to follow, you got black people calling other black people not black. Do you even know where you got that from? You let a white...
And the same people that same black people that call other black people not black simply because they're voting for Trump or pro-Trump are the ones that are not for themselves, okay? Are the biggest racists against themselves, don't even support black people, promote and go for the filthiest degradation, music-wise, out here sexing like crazy, don't even respect themselves, but then have the nerve to talk about other people that are their similar shade, that are not in political agreement with them.
White man dictate to you, a black person, what it means to be black or not. And if you don't vote for the Democrats, you ain't black. And y'all took that, believed it, and ran with it. You let somebody who doesn't understand your culture, doesn't understand your struggle, doesn't understand your race, doesn't understand your experiences in life, dictate to you what it means to be black.
Right.
Yeah, you sound like a slave to me.
Sure do. Yes, massa. I'll stays on this plantation. I won't vote for Trump, massa. I'll go stay right here with you, massa. Orange man bad, massa. I thank you for all the chicken you done gave me, massa. I thank you for the shack that you let me live in, the welfare and government cheese that you let me have, massa. I appreciate all of the stuff that you give to me, massa. I appreciate you, and I'm gonna stay on this plantation. And if I see another colored person trying to get off the plantation, massa, I'm gonna tell you.
He's gonna let the big banks once again write their own rules. Unchain Wall Street. They're gonna put you all back in chains. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. The one place where people think you're stupid. Oh, really? I'm a hell of a lot smarter than most of you.
Let's see what this is. 1977, Biden said integrating black students would turn schools into a jungle, a racial jungle. I don't want my children to grow up in a jungle, a racial jungle. Well, your children didn't grow up in a racial jungle, but, you know, one of them in particular grew up in a crack house. At any rate, you guys, let's go on to another video. This is Malcolm X once again talking about that Liberal Party and blacks that vote for them.
What do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump.
I mean, think about it. They put everybody before the black race. They put the LGBTQ. When Obama, the first black president, was in office, that was his main focus, the LGBTQ community. Illegal immigrants with Biden. I mean, Clinton, the 94 crime bill that targeted, you know, minorities. So they don't give a damn about us, like Michael Jackson said. All I gotta say is that they don't really care about us. But y'all still tend to go along with these people because you looking at CNN and MSNBC, and then trying to figure out why you can't get ahead, why we can't get ahead.
A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republican. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you back controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.
Well, that was a word. And this was said over 60 years ago, you guys, and it still reigns true to this day. Supporting a party that year after year come out and pretend that they are for black people in speech, allow Black Lives Matter to be painted on the basketball court, stuff put on the NFL end zones because they know blacks like sports, shows, you know, themselves tearing down some Confederate statues, you know, and sign Juneteenth into law so y'all can have another day to eat chicken, not have to work, and, you know, don't do anything policy-wise, while they're allowing all these millions of illegal immigrants to come over here in your communities and set up businesses, and you still support them. But they have not done anything policy-wise to improve our economic condition. Yeah, we are some chumps. I have to agree with Malcolm on that. And here's another chump for the Liberal Party, Jasmine Crockett, who just got the boot from her own party, making a statement regarding Nicki Minaj after Nicki Minaj came out in support of Trump.
Hey, I wanted to ask about Nicki Minaj, because she's like, you know, very in the news these days, has like, you're doing a face right now.
We don't mess with Nicki.
You don't mess with Nicki?
No, we don't mess with Nicki.
Did you used to mess with her?
Oh, of course. I mean, you had to, but I will be clear, I have always loved Cardi more.
Okay.
And clearly my instincts were right to love on Cardi more than Nicki.
Totally. So you kind of flipped on her. What was the moment you decided that I just can't anymore?
I just don't do sellouts, especially in this moment, right? Like,
What?
things are too serious.
You don't do sellouts? But you worth $9 billion from the Democrat Party when you only make a $200,000 at most salary? And you don't do sellouts, but you run your goddamn self? Make it make sense. And you say you prefer Cardi B over Nicki Minaj? Let's look at a little bit of Cardi B then. See what you prefer.
Black people, we're not asking for sympathy. We're not asking for charity. We are just asking for equality.
That's
we
it.
are asking
Look at
fairness,
Biden,
and
faking
we are
like a mug.
asking for justice. That is all.
That's
We
it.
want to feel like Americans.
The WAP rapper, who's also a mom to two-year-old daughter Culture, notes that prejudice is dangerous and could be the start of a civil war.
Nobody wants to feel targeted. Nobody wants animosity. We just want
Look
the
at Biden.
best for us. Everybody wants the best for themselves, their future, and their kids' future. Racism always have existed, but I feel like right now there's just a lot of tension, and we need somebody to clean that. I'm just so tired of it.
Oh, and another thing she's tired of? Current U.S. President Donald Trump.
Oh, yes, honey. I just want Trump out. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like his mouth.
Look at Biden. Look at Biden's face. Yes, that's what we want you to say. We want Trump out of there. That's what we want. Good girl. Good girl, Elsie. Stay on that plantation. We just want Trump out of there. We don't care who gets in there. It could be the devil himself, like this crook right here that she's speaking to. Okay? That's a known racist for decades, have made several racist statements. And not only have made racist statements, but have been behind some racist policies like that 94 crime bill.
Struggle so much. I don't want to be lied to. I don't
You
want.
talk to the wrong person.
Like, we're dealing with a pandemic right now, right? And I just want answers. I want to know when this is over. I need somebody to tell me the truth, the hardcore truth. Oh, snappity.
Well, Biden ain't the one to get the truth from, I tell you that. And if you've been doing research instead of twerking, you would know that. But at any rate, you guys, and this is who the left, do. I'm not bashing her. She gets it how she gets it. But this is the type of entertainer that the left likes to promote among our community. Okay? Over sexualization, not someone that has some form of etiquette and some form of, knowing how to present themselves ladylike, but an ex-stripper. And I'm not trying to judge her because she, her lifestyle, however she came up, was probably how she ended up. But it's just interesting that they choose these specific type of people to put out in the forefront. And let's see what Candace had to say about that interview.
There are way more intellectual Black Democrats you could have sat down with, yet you chose an illiterate rapper, because that's what she is. She's illiterate.
Yeah, that's Candace Owens throwing some major shade at Cardi B following the rapper's chat with presidential candidate Joe Biden. And Cardi, she's not having it.
Oh, snappity, snap, snap.
It all started on Sunday when Candace tweeted this clip of herself on the Ben Shapiro show, accusing both the former vice president and Bernie Sanders of pandering to Black people by conducting interviews with Cardi.
It is demeaning. It is pandering. It is ridiculous, okay? And she asked pointedly ridiculous questions. I want lower taxes, but I want universal health care for all. She had no idea what she was doing, and yet both Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden made the time to sit with her because they believe Black people are stupid.
Point blank and period. Point blank and period. Just like when you had the former vice president, Kamala, when they were about to try to install her, had Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion out there doing a campaign twerking, because that's what they think of us. Just put some ass in front of them and some entertainers in front of them, and we should be able to get their vote. Ooh, she's cool. She had Megan Thee Stallion. She had Cardi B. So they for Black people. Yeah. And here's another liberal hack by the name of Plies, a rapper.
I really feel that we this stupid. That all this time, all these years, y'all told us this is how you treat a convicted felon. This how you treat them. This is what they were, Lil. Nothing. Once you become a convicted felon in this country, you get nothing of prestige. That's your punishment. You get nothing of prestige.
And that's thanks to the Democrat Party with that 94 crime bill, massively incarcerating Black Americans. Okay, so he's pretty much talking about when President Trump received all of those bogus felony convictions for some paperwork. First time in American history, a president was charged and convicted for some paperwork. And then people still believe that this was not political prosecution. This wasn't like, lawfare.
Depending on where you want to stay, you can't stay nowhere nice. Not if you convicted felon. That's why we want to ask you on the application. You a convicted felon. You can't get no job. That's anything of prestige. You can't do it. Even when it came to voting, you said no. You a convicted felon. You can't even participate in this process. We don't even want to hear from you. You just left New York City, and your lawyer told that jury you cannot believe Michael Cohen because he's a liar and he's a convicted felon. You wouldn't even hire a convicted felon. Now you want us to hire you. The biggest job in the country. Really.
And that's what's interesting, you guys. That's another reason why the liberals targeted President Trump, weaponized the Department of Justice and FBI to go after him and raid his home and take him in and out of court, get that mugshot. They used that to rotate it in the media nonstop to try to make people think, okay, now he's a convicted felon, so you shouldn't vote for him because he's a convicted felon. Okay, and he still ended up winning in the landslide. And this is one of the reasons why, because people are waking up to the BS.
I'm here to support President Trump. You want to know why I'm here to support President Trump? Because they done did black men like this for decades. Exactly. Make up charges and put on, so I know Trump is innocent. I support Trump against this corrupt, two-tiered justice system. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man for Trump. And I'm wearing my shirt, Niggas for Trump 2024, and I mean that.
What do you think about the indictment?
Oh, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's going around the country. Fannie Willis, she went to school with my sister. She's full of shit. She was full of shit then. So she's a puppet for the white liberal. And that is
and that's what it is. Crockett, puppet for the white liberal. Fannie, puppet for the white liberal. Letitia James, puppet for the white liberal. Okay, it's interesting how they use black people specifically, put a lot of black people up to do their bidding against President Trump. But other than that, wouldn't give them the time of day, the air or airtime or nothing. Allow Jasmine Crockett to make a fool of herself for several months on television because she was bashing President Trump while not even representing the district that she was over, not doing a darn thing for the district she was over. But every day she's on television bashing President Trump. And then when she decides to run for the Senate, her own party turns against her and allows someone to come up and take her shine for the most part. And then she's on record stating that she never thought that, the betrayal would come from the left. That's all the hell Democrats do. If they put you in the forefront, trust me, it's not for your benefit. They're going to get what they can get out of you and toss your ass to the side. They even did that to Joe Biden.
Trolling everything. She's in front, but the white liberal back there pulling those strings, telling her what to do. That's what I think about her, making a fool of herself.
Do you think it's going to help his election?
Of course it is. It's going to elevate him all the way. I think we should make Trump king. That's how I feel. We should make him king.
Wouldn't that be kind of like communistic?
No, that's nowhere near communist. Now, we're just going to make him king, but we still got our freedoms and rights and everything. He for that. Yeah, Trump for king 2024.
That's actually my URL. I own that URL.
You own that URL?
Can I get your name?
Really? Oh, my name is Niggas for Trump 2024.
I can't write that.
Oh, you guys, that was funny. That's funny. But yeah, a lot of people are waking up to the Democrat Party. There are tactics that they use. They're bought and paid for. Liberal media always trying to get photos, like even with those No King protests, trying to get photos, make it seem like it's so many people that are against Trump. And they did this before. They had, I think in his first term, they had some type of protest or rally trying to show so many people against him. But how is it that he keeps, being able to be reelected? Because something's not right about this picture, you guys. People are waking up to the lies of the media, thanks to social media. And to top it all off, another reason why a lot of people are switching from that old liberal plantation is because of politicians like him and his son.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine no bigger than this quarter.
So you guys, this is a clip that I found with Joe Biden from years ago on the Senate floor, stating that if you were found with a little bit of possession, it would guarantee your jail time. And then someone did like a split video and showed his son actually smoking crack, okay, because he had a laptop that they called the laptop from hell that had a lot of criminal activity on it with him that he left at some store, okay, and the owner found it and it leaked out to the public, and it had a lot of things pertaining to him using his father's office to do business deals overseas, selling out the country, on there smoking cracks, having prostitutes and everything, committing all type of crimes. But these people want to try to enforce our laws, but they don't even abide by the same laws themselves that they enforce.
That I'm holding in my hand, $0.25. We passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, a law that says if you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years. You get no probation. You get nothing other than 5 years in jail. Judge doesn't have a choice. Under our forfeiture statutes, the government can take everything you own. Everything from your car to your house, your bank account, not merely what they confiscate in terms of the dollars from the transaction that you've just got caught engaging in. They can take everything. I don't care why they become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society. They are in jail.
They are in jail. But yeah, you pardon your crackhead son. And remember when that cocaine was found at the White House? They never wanted to, really run that story. I wonder, if President Trump, if there had been cocaine found at the White House during his administration, I'm sure the media would still be talking about it to this day. But they just conveniently like to leave out, what they do, because they have the media bought and paid for the most part. And it's just, and that's the reason why people are not for this party, because of the hypocrisy of this party. Okay, so when you have people that are wanting to try something different, even though some people say this is the same bird, two wings on the same bird, I'm in agreement to a certain extent. But at the same time, with this particular party, you guys, they have a history of not being for black people. And people want to say, oh, the parties have switched. The parties have never switched. Look at the policies. That's all you have to do. Look at the policies. The parties have never switched. So that's just my thoughts on it, you guys. People have the right to choose who they want to choose. If you want to still stay on that plantation, stay on that plantation. But don't try to keep me on there. Because if I wake up and I get a chance to flee and be free, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to continue to be on a plantation and be subjected to all of this hypocrisy, the lies, the mistreatment, steady giving you our votes and you're not doing a goddamn thing for our community. But then because we've been, programmed to vote blue no matter who, all they have to do is say somebody's a racist and we gonna stick with them, although their policies have been racist. Okay, and that's the main thing, you guys. Politics is about policy, not personality. Okay, because a lot of people came after Trump. Oh, he's not presidential. He's not this and that. It's not about your personality. Politics is about policy. And when you look at the policies specifically of this Democrat Party, from the time it was founded to the present day, you will see why nothing has really changed for the black community, although they claim to care so much about us and that our lives matter. And I say that for not just black people, but for all of us. They don't give a damn about us, whether you black, white, whatever. The Democrat Party is not for the American people. And that's just my thoughts on it, you guys. Let me know yours in the comments, and I'll see you later.